With the help of the community, we're going to find her, and everybody has been incredibly supportive, and that we are going to find Kiely with the help of our community, but only with the help of our community.
That was Kiely Rodni's best friend, Mags, insisting it would be the Truckee community that found Kiely Rodni. We are going to find Kiely with the help of our community, but only with the help of our community. Simultaneously, Sami Smith seemed to say something different. But why was Kiely Rodni's best friend, Mags, so insistent that it would only be the people of Truckee who found Kiely? Why did so many insiders, including close family members, put so little faith in Adventures with Purpose finding Kiely? And after they found Kiely, August 21st, why did so many people refuse to thank AWP? They were the ones who found the 16-year-old in Prosser Creek Reservoir, even after being told it had been thoroughly searched. Thousands of questions still remain today as I film this, Sunday, September 25th. And we're picking up different clues, and a lot of those clues are coming to social media as the main characters in this tragic case become the focal point, and they use their social media accounts to give us clues and even clap back at their haters. Please keep going, you're so close. That's what Kiely Rodni's ex-boyfriend Jagger Westfall recently posted on Instagram. What did he mean by that? Is Jagger hinting that Kiely Rodni case investigators are getting closer to the truth now that they have officially cleared Jagger as a person of interest? Meanwhile, Sami Smith is busy publishing and deleting videos on TikTok and clapping back in a subtle way to her haters. Sammy quoted the song Bound To by Kanye West in one video as she mouthed along with the lyrics, "Close your eyes and let the word paint 1,000 pictures. One good girl is worth 1,000 biatches." It was sort of a response, perhaps, to some of the hate she's been getting on TikTok. Now, I was thinking if I were Sammy's criminal defense attorney, and I don't know if she really has one or not, I would say Sammy is casting herself in that video as the good girl. Sammy puts herself as the center of attention in that video between her two backup singers, and another video where she is the center of a crowd, where folks around her are flashing their lights on her. But even as the world comes down on Sammy with cruel comments, and we wait for what really happened to arise, I'm thinking how confusing it must be for an 18-year-old college freshman to field all these comments from strangers coming at her, accusing her of some pretty heinous things online, folks who never met her, perhaps they just found her interviews really weird. And unlike Jagger, who has been cleared by police, he got official clearance from cops, and I verified it, in the midst of getting death threats. Sammy has not had her public official clearance from cops yet. Now, I'm sure Sammy is just as under fire as Jagger is, so I'm also asking, why haven't officials yet published just 8 simple words to protect Sammy as well as they're protecting Jagger? Ms. Smith is not a person of interest, they could say. Meanwhile, I reached out to Andrew Trigg, the public information officer with the Nevada County Sheriff's Office, on Wednesday, September 21st, for confirmation and updates on Kiely's case. This is what I wrote to him. Please confirm the 2 following quotes were made by your office about Jagger Westfall and a new Kiely Rodni case update. Also, has Samantha Smith been cleared as a person of interest? Thanks. Number 1, I asked, Nevada County Sheriffs told the U.S. Sun on Tuesday, quote, early in the investigation, our detectives made contact with Jagger Westfall. After a detailed interview, he was ruled out as a person of interest. Number 2.
Give me like a couple hours, then we can go.
The Nevada County Sheriff's Office told News Nation they hope to provide an update on the case next week. They also hope someone who saw something at that graduation party can help lead to answers. Only 16 minutes later, Andrew Trigg replied to me via email, quote, "The quote specific to Mr. Westfall was provided by our office. We have not told them or any other outlet that an update would be provided next week. That is inaccurate information." So while it's true that Jagger Westfall has been officially cleared, as the U.S. Sun reported, it is not true, according to this PIO, with the Nevada County Sheriff's Office, that any PIO told News Nation that they hope to provide an update next week. So that would have been this past week. Therefore, on September 22nd, 2022, I replied to Mr. Trigg, "Thank you for your email, Mr. Trigg. Has Samantha Smith also been cleared as a person of interest?" His reply to me as of Sunday, September 25th, crickets. Reportedly, like I had suggested on Twitter, any further updates should come from the official Nevada County Sheriff's Office social media accounts to clear up confusion and to save cops time from replying to all these one-offs, emails, and DMs. Because when the U.S. Sun reported that Jagger, 18 years old, had voluntarily spoken with law enforcement and provided proof of his movements during the time Kiely disappeared, folks were saying, "Oh, is this true or not? You can't trust the Sun, blah, blah, blah." But a source told the Sun Jagger was in Napa Valley until 8 a.m. on Saturday. He didn't get back to Truckee until noon and then joined the search to look for Kiely. We don't know what they mean by back to Truckee. Was he in Truckee the previous day? We don't know. They did mention that Jagger was misquoted in an article saying he was at the party with Kiely and he was never at the party. But now Jagger doesn't want to speak in public. So we're left to decipher these Instagram clues he's giving us. The Sun says that Jagger has proof of him not being in the area and has spoken with police and the FBI and given them the information. Jagger has time and location stamps the night of the party and into the next day. The police are not interested in him. He is not a part of the investigation. Don't cops by now perhaps have the same info for Sammy? Can they corroborate the calls that were made and text messages? Depending upon the carrier, they might have to subpoena Verizon, AT&T, who knows which ones these kids have. Won't they know the same yet about Sammy? At least enough to clear her, because I'm sure she's getting just as much, if not more, hate than Jagger just from some of these comments I've been able to catch. According to the Sun, Jagger does not understand the hate, and he has to limit his comments on social media. He's facing unrelenting abuse from trolls. Their source said it's a lot for him to deal with as a young teen. Everyone close to him knows he wasn't involved, and he's trying to laugh it off, but it's tough as he's also grieving. So I think Sammy might be trying to do the same. I think she's trying to dance it off and maybe party her troubles away. Jagger gets DMs, comments, tags, texts, and calls and emails all the time. Accusations, death threats, and people telling him to off himself about everything you can think of. Kiely and Jagger had split up some time ago, but they were still close. They still went on dates regularly in the weeks leading up to her disappearing on August 6th. Which makes sense. It's something that makes sense. Sometimes couples break up, it might take a while to truly split, and you still go out on dates, you still see each other, you still try to have a friendly rapport, at least some people do. Let's just look at a few of the public comments I was able to catch that Sammy is receiving on TikTok. Just the ones I caught, not even the ones she's deleted, not even her DMs. I can only imagine what her DMs look like. The reporter who wrote that article for The Sun was getting a lot of backlash at first on Twitter. She had written, "Jagger is not involved. On-record and off-record discussions have happened. The family are also not concerned about him. Whatever else he was doing is irrelevant." Katie Forrester with The Sun wrote, "I do think this was just a tragic accident. I do not believe the roadside spotting was them. The AWP video that featured Nick, the roadside assistance guy, according to Katie, she's thinking Nick might have just gotten it wrong. After all, he couldn't just pull up that video and look for himself and say, oh, that really was Kiely, or no, that was a different couple. He didn't have all that info. Whatever he had has been turned over to law enforcement, and they can either decide to confirm or deny that report. That would help clear up a lot of confusion too, even as their investigation continues. But if Katie is thinking this is just a tragic accident, imagine if it were, and imagine all this hate Sammy is getting. There's nothing wrong with us, of course, just reviewing Sammy's interviews, picking up any red flags, or just looking at strange things like the way Mags said our community is going to find her. Of course, that doesn't mean Mags is guilty of anything. We can analyze Mags just probably felt that hometown pride like a lot of people from Truckee, and they were the ones that wanted to find one of their own for whatever reason, but it didn't happen that way, and that's okay. That does not mean that folks who analyze her interview are saying that Mags had anything to do with Kiely's disappearance, nor Sammy nor Jagger. And we can tell too that Kiely's mom puts a lot of trust and faith in Sammy. When you see that photo of Lindsay Neiman, Kiely's mom, intentionally coming up and hugging Sammy, it shows that she really believed at that point and probably now that Sammy had nothing to do with Kiely's disappearance. Analyzing the interviews is one thing. It's what we do in the true crime community. But some people are taking it a step too far, and they're writing crazy comments on Sammy's TikTok page or other TikTok pages that feature Sammy. Sammy briefly had put up that video, roommate-ish. We stick together, best friends, college life, changing life, for your page hashtags, CVS paperless challenge, cool people only, college TikToks, we are cool. Immediately, people started responding to those hashtags. Such a great friend you are, one person wrote. You stick together, if only that were true. I really think people need to realize she is a child. Stop accusing her, wrote another woman. Wait for everything to be out there. Enjoy college, girl. I think that's a good attitude to take. Of course, we keep our eyes open and we're not Pollyannas and we're not going to ignore red flags, but neither should we jump on an 18-year-old's TikTok and start writing stuff like this. You think you're getting away with this? LOLOL. That's so funny. What goes around comes around. Karma sucks and it will come back for you. Just watch. But another person replied to the person who defended Sammy. They wrote, she's 18, she put herself in the spotlight for attention, and now she's getting it. Just not the type of attention she was hoping for. Another person wrote to Sammy, the devil is coming for you. Smiley face. On Sammy's TikTok, where she's left it up, and I think I've heard this sweet girl intro a billion times because I keep checking it. It's a cute video. Yeah, Mom, all I ever do is climb with no breaks. It's like a rock climbing video, but they're doing a little dancing break. Someone asked Sammy, hey girl, are you okay? She did not respond to that September 17th comment. Another person asked, why you delete your new post? So someone responded to them, because she wanted to. Leave the girl alone. If she was guilty of anything, she would be behind bars already, I'm sure. Enough's enough. They wrote back, what she has done is unforgivable, but it hasn't been figured out yet by the police. What unforgivable thing does this commenter know that Sammy has done? Or are they making assumptions? Now, the next video features Sammy, but it wasn't on her TikTok. She's dancing and I can't even sing the lyrics. Please take off your pants. It's a Waka Flocka song. It's No Hands featuring Wale and Roscoe Dash. It's a Waka Flocka Flame song. And that's about all I can read from the lyrics. People are writing, look at me. She's not a good friend. I'm watch your back. Sammy being the center of attention that she needs to be. Because the first thing you do after having your bestie end up dead at a party you throw is TikTok. You going on with your life partying. Sammy is in the center of that video. Sammy is the star. She walks in and you can see she kind of has maybe a bruise right here. Someone's putting on a snapback backwards on her head. She's putting on her heart sunglasses that she has on in the previous video. People are turning on their cell phone lights, and when it's time for the break and the beat to drop, it's like, boom, she's the center. Some folks are kind of looking at Sammy like, I don't know about this. And that's where we are today. We don't truly know. So therefore, people who are writing comments like this might not be certain. But they wrote, she's not a good friend. I'm watch your back. Whatever that means. Maybe just watch your back. Want to talk? Another person wrote. Look at me. Karma will come for her one day. Yes, another person wrote. Is this real? People are tagging different content creators on the video. Sammy being the center of attention that she needs to be. My thoughts exactly. The F is this. Sammy, let's meet up. Just want to talk. Another person wrote with an angel with a halo emoji. Same, another person wrote. BF for real, I guess. Y'all sleep with one eye open. Lil Psycho in the house. And again, they're coming down on Sammy for partying on TikTok. This is so cringe, another person wrote. Makes sense, though. How can she return to partying so easily? Her and Kiely weren't even friends. Sammy knows the truth. Let's talk, girl. These comments were pretty, like, wow. A guy wrote, potential female serial killer Sami Smith, in my opinion. Why would she get her friend Kiely Rodni so drunk that death now happened? I got all her interviews, too. The same guy wrote, Sami Smith, wait until November 1st. Once they say alcohol and or drugs in, she should be done. Good thing attorney going to protect her butt too. So considering all that backlash, I hope cops make a statement soon. Something? Is it that cops can't clear Sammy right now? Or did they not expect to open that can of worms? I think Sammy and Jagger would be the main two people receiving hate in this case right about now. Again, Sammy probably more than Jagger, so if Jagger's cleared, and maybe he was easier to clear, his movement's farther away, can't they clear Sammy right now? Can they come back and tell us anything? According to the Reno Gazette-Journal, Public Information Officer Andrew Trigg said, with this still being an open case, we do not want to jeopardize the integrity of the case. Reportedly, it was also said from Nevada County, we are not providing comments on Adventures with Purpose remarks. Our investigation is ongoing. We hope to release the final autopsy and toxicology reports soon once they are finalized. So that's it. So much for any updates we were expecting in this past week. I mean, thankfully we got them from Katie from The Sun, which obviously she was telling the truth. I don't know what happened in the breakdown communication between News Nation and the PIO, but Katie was telling the truth when she said that Nevada County cleared Jagger. Now, I'm only asking, hopefully, that if it's true, Sammy would be cleared as well. And they can continue their investigation. It's just, I really do hate to see grown adults jumping on a teenager's TikTok page and writing all this stuff. I mean, one guy is calling her, what, a serial killer? Potential female serial killer. That's quite a stretch based on the evidence we have today. I'm not saying we don't have red flags. I'm saying I would hate to sit on a jury with some of these people. The emails I've gotten, the comments I've seen, it would be pretty scary. Juror number 1 would be going on and on about Kiely perhaps not even being real. Oh yeah, maybe she's real, maybe she's not. Oh, I didn't mean it, I said it because of this. Juror number 2 might be going on and on about cops knew Kiely's car was there and they just skipped over her. There's so many theories out there, and of course everyone's entitled to their theories, but some of it is not based on valid, true, rational, scientific evidence. Hopefully that's what we get by November 1st. And maybe cops will do Sammy a solid if she can be cleared as a person of interest and clear her like they've cleared Jagger, just so social media can calm down a little bit on her, if it's meant to be. I like to think of what if this person is innocent? What if this person really had nothing to do with anything and their biggest sin is just being a little selfish, drinking alcohol, having an underage person drinking around them, and not caring enough to make sure they got a ride home? What culpability could be attached? What charges could be attached? I don't know. We'll have to see. 1 Thessalonians 5:24, faithful and absolutely trustworthy is he who is calling you to himself for salvation, and he will do it. He will fulfill his call by making you holy, guarding you, watching over you, and protecting you as his own. Thank you.
Kiely may have been to the party. We drove down 2 different routes that Kiely's car may have been driven through before ending up here at Prosser Creek Reservoir, and both of them were about 3/4 of a mile in distance. Captain Sam Brown says that this investigation is ongoing and they can't rule out foul play just yet.